So I apologize. Good thing I noticed at the end of that curtsy lunge sequence, my video camera turned off. So I'll give this to you in 2 videos, I guess. But I can feel the quad of the leg that was behind. I mean, I feel it both. So let's take an opportunity. If you can, grab this ankle. Now, if this is a challenge for you to grab your foot or your ankle here, what you can do is, you can lie down on your side. So I would be lying down on my side, and then you could grab your upper leg. In this case, my left leg, your right leg, if you're mirroring me, and just hold it here. Great. And then let's go back to the other side. One more chair switch here. One more water bottle switch. Point your toe out to the corner. So you see me all right? Yep, point to the corner. And then bring that leg behind you. And drop the hips straight down. And come up. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Like there's magnets on your inner thighs. And then as you rise up, they're being drawn together. Give me 4 more. And 3. And 2. And hold it. Bring your arm front. Come halfway up and back down. Halfway up and down. Try not to have your shoulders up. Relax your shoulders, relax the muscles of your face. 2 and 1. Here come your pulses and pulse, pulse, pulse. And hold. Balance challenge. Open, up, and open. Watch my front heel. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Yep. You are 4 more away from going to the floor. 3 and 2 and last one. Awesome. Oh, feel those quads. See if you can grab your ankle. Hold it. Woo. Great job. And release. Grab some water. And let's go to the floor. So, I feel very warm. I have a light sweat working, and hopefully you do too. Never leave a bar class not sweaty, right? That's what you came for. It shows that you're working and your body is working well. So once again, I'm going to grab this towel and let's see here. So come on down to the floor. I'm going to set this chair off to the side. We don't need it anymore. There we go. So I'm just going to bundle this towel so that it's wedged underneath my tailbone. And we're going to do a V-sit. So the bender ball, as I'll show you later, is actually going to provide even more support than a towel like this. So your knees are bent, you're sitting up nice and tall, and then go ahead and just lean back a little bit. Doesn't have to be very much. If this bothers your back at all, then opt not to do this exercise, okay? So you're here, and I already put your hands right on your abdominals. Can you feel them tightening? They're lengthening because guess what? Your abdominals are keeping you hovered over the floor. You're fighting gravity right now. So right there, you're working, you're working, you're working. So what can we do with this? If you want to, you can take one hand at a time off of your legs and see what that does. If that increases the intensity. If you need a little bit less, just go ahead and grab your thighs. If you like that, then leave your arms here. And if you want even a little bit more, you can bring your hands up by your ears, because now you're increasing the length of the lever, your body and your arms, and now your body has to fight harder to fight gravity. So a little physics lesson for you there, which I didn't do very well in, by the way, but somehow I remembered levers. All right, bring your hands forward again, and then just come up a little bit and go back down. And come up and down. And we're not going to do too many of these. Don't need to do too many of these. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. Straighten your legs. Go ahead and just take a moment to do a forward fold here. Grab onto your shins, calves, ankles. Give yourself a little bit of a stretch. And what I'm going to do now is move that towel up to what would be my mid-back. Knees continue to be bent. And this time, I'm going to have my hands behind my head. So we're going to do a traditional crunch here. And you may not even need the towel to do the traditional crunch. That's up to you. See how it feels? You're just going to come up and down, up and down. You want to keep your chin lifted. You can have your hands across your chest. Or if you need to support your head and neck, you're here. Keep those elbows out to the side, open. And it's not a very big movement. Do as many as you can. You don't have to do all of them. And lower down. So I'm just gonna, you can stay there where you are. But I just want to comment that there were several articles that came out not too long ago about not doing crunches anymore and all this kind of stuff. But there's nothing wrong with doing a proper crunch for your abdominals, but you're contracting your abdominals and working them that way instead of lengthening them like we did in the V-sit a moment ago. So you want to do a combination of abdominal exercises. Just add variety to your abdominal exercises instead of only doing crunches. So that's really the key takeaway message. We're going to just do one more exercise for our glutes, a classic. Just go ahead and lift your hips and squeeze your glutes. Doesn't matter how high up you come with your hips. It's not about that. It is about your glutes. So you push your heels down to the floor, lift your glutes, and then lower down. Lift, squeeze, lower down. Lift, squeeze, lower down. Lift, squeeze, lower down. Now this time, lift and squeeze and hold. And just for fun, can you swing your hips to the right and then to the left? Concentrating on one glute, one cheek, let's say, at a time. So swing right and left, and right and left. Yeah. And this is where it's good to have music to inspire you to really swing those hips to the beat. We'll get there. Give me 4, and 3, 2, and 1. And lower down. Roll to the side. Come on up. And how do you feel? I hope you feel great. Take some time to stretch. I'm not including that here today, but typically I reserve the last at least 5 minutes to do a final cool down song and stretch. You can continue to do a forward fold for your hamstrings. You can do your figure 4 stretch that we did earlier in class in your quad stretches. So whatever your body is calling you to do. Now, the floor work that we did was not very long, and that can vary, at least it does in my classes, from 5 minutes to 7 minutes to 10 minutes. It just depends on what I have planned for that day. But keep in mind that you actually did quite a bit of standing core work. So core is not always done on the floor. It's incorporated throughout the bar format and in many exercise formats. You're just not, your attention just isn't being drawn to it and you just don't realize it. So great job. I hope you enjoyed this first free online bar class. I'm Heather Catone of Bluebird Barre and Wellness. I hope you have a great day.